Welcome to Health Haven Health Talks, where we dive deep into the world of health and wellness. Our goal is to empower you with the knowledge and tools you need to thrive, whether you're dealing with a specific health issue or simply looking to optimize your well-being. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Jordanna Clarfield-Henry. I'm the chiropractor and owner of Health Haven Clinic at 568 St. Clair Avenue West in Toronto. And we are going to do health talks on the regular. We're going to start with bi-weekly, Wednesdays at 12:30. This is our first session, so you'll see us again in 2 weeks from now. Today, our talk is called Thai Massage, a Stretch Above the Rest. I have my fabulous Thai massage practitioner and Ayurveda expert, Sitara Rahi, and she's going to share with you all about Thai massage, what it is, how it can help you, and then we're going to have some time for questions after the presentation. So enjoy Thai massage, a stretch above the rest. And Sitara, please feel free to share information about yourself and who you are, how you've been practicing, and all those wonderful things.
Thank you. Just want to make sure, can you hear me properly?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, perfect. So I ended up doing Thai massage unexpectedly. I definitely didn't think I was going to even become a massage therapist. I was working with children for my whole life, and I actually wanted to go into counseling. And then I noticed that I was massaging my friends all the time. And there was a time when I didn't notice that I was doing it. And as somebody around me started talking about massage therapy as a legitimate thing to do, I connected the dots and realized that, okay, this is something that I have a natural gift with doing, and I enjoy giving in this way to the people that I care about. Why not learn the actual techniques? So I ended up bumping into someone who told me about Thai massage. I didn't know what it was. I actually thought it sounded very strange. Like the name sounded strange, and the way it was described sounded very active to me. But something inside of me just lit up. So I followed that, and here we are. And it's completely changed my life. So I'm going to tell you what it is and the roots behind it. I think it's really important to uncover where it even comes from, because so many people don't know. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. So I'm going to start with what is the difference between Thai massage and a regular massage. So regular massages are typically a Swedish massage. And that is done on a table when someone's applying pressure with their hands and oil and kneading muscles as you lie in one position. So in Thai massage, it's almost the opposite, and yet some things are very similar. So first of all, we don't take our clothes off, so you actually remain fully clothed for the whole session. And we don't just use our hands. We use our elbows, we use our knees, we use our feet. And we're using our whole body in ways in which we can use our body to kind of rock into the pressure. So the pressure ends up being just a bit deeper, and you're also being stretched at the same time. So it's almost like when you're going to yoga, you're using your muscles to move your body into certain positions. And in this Thai massage, it's actually like yoga, but you're receiving yoga instead. So instead of using your muscles, you're receiving the stretch passively. So it's almost like you get to receive a massage and a yoga session at the same time. So in that way, you're getting all the benefits of yoga. You're getting flexibility, the lymphatic movement and all that great stuff. And then you're also getting all the benefits of massage. So the stretching techniques, those are amazing because you end up being stretched in ways that you can't do on your own. That's something that I get clients tell me a lot. They're like, oh, this is something I can't get this deep on my own when I'm stretching. And I've worked with, people who go to the gym a lot, people who are dancers, people who do a lot of yoga. And that's typically what they tell me. So something that wasn't apparent to me when I heard about Thai massage is that it can be active or extremely relaxing. So it can be very energizing and you'll feel like totally invigorated. And it can be quick and fast paced, or it can be the complete opposite and extremely relaxing to the point that you actually fall asleep. I've fallen asleep a couple times in a massage. So it really just depends on what you need. So yeah, and I would say also what's great about this is that you don't have to take all your clothes off and wash yourself after if you have oil after massage. So what I find is it works really well for people that are super busy and people who want to feel grounded and de-stress, but also want to feel alert and be able to face their workday. So it's a really good morning massage. It's not something you need to do in the evening. You can, but I get a lot of people who come in the mornings, and it's like a really nice way to refresh. So now I'm going to go into how is it that we're able to upgrade every aspect of your life with this one massage. And I'm going to start by saying that Thai massage doesn't actually come from Thailand. It comes from India. And in India, we have the most comprehensive, the oldest medical system in the world called Ayurveda. And Ayurveda is intricately connected to yoga. The first written records you will find from 3000 BC. And the understanding of Ayurveda and yoga is that the universe is comprised of 5 elements. So we've got earth, fire, water, air, and ether. Ether is the thing that contains everything. And in this understanding, we are created by the earth. We are a part of the universe. We're not separate from nature. Therefore, we have all these elements in our bodies. And each person is a different constitution of these elements. So that's why we have uniqueness. We can't treat the same person the same way. And that's what I love about Ayurveda. It helps you really understand your unique self. So somebody might have, more issues with heartburn and heat rashes and anger. And somebody else might have more issues with feeling lethargic and having like a slower digestion and feeling heavy. And these are all related to the elements. So what the first one would be more fire, and the second one would be more earth. So I wanted to mention that the founder of Ayurveda, his name is Jivaka Kumar Baka. He was a very notable physician and highly skilled in Ayurveda. And he worked on kings and he also worked on the Buddha. So he must have been very good. He obviously worked on the lay people as well, but he also was able to treat, people of high status. He was the one that founded Thai massage. So he brought Ayurveda to like the next level and also used these principles of the elements and the understanding of how nature can heal us and brought that into Thai massage. So the reason why I'm talking about Ayurveda is that when I have somebody that comes to me and they're telling me that they're really anxious and they're not sleeping a lot at night and they're feeling bloated and they're gassy and they just have a lot of thoughts, and I see visually the physical traits that go along with all the things that they mentioned to me. I know how to treat them in their massage. And it's really important because if I treat that person the way I would treat somebody who's very lethargic and depressed, then I would actually really unbalance them. So that's where Ayurveda comes into Thai massage. If somebody comes to me with those symptoms, then that will inform me what kind of pressure should I give them? How fast should I go? What postures do I put them in? And the direction of the pressure as well. So if they're really anxious and, in their mind a lot, then I'm going to want to do pressure that goes towards the ground. If they're really, heavy, and then I'm going to want the pressure to go up. There's also other directions as well. It's not just up or down. There's also twisting and, postures that make your energy go from your core, from the inner outward. So there's about 5, I think it's 5 directions. So it is like its own system, and it's all quite logical and intuitive, actually. Opposites are healing. So if you're very hot, then you want to cool down. If you're very cold, you want to heat up. It's very simple, but it is also very complex. And Ayurveda draws upon herbs. So you'll actually see in our culture now, it's becoming a lot more popular, but I find people still don't relate it to Ayurveda, but they say, oh, it's so healthy to have turmeric. It's so healthy to have ashwagandha. But these are actually Ayurvedic medicines. So this is where it all comes from. And yeah, there's nothing that Ayurveda can't treat. It's a complete system. It has to be. If it's going to be in line with nature, you can't leave anything out. So I find it really powerful because it is looking at you on a physical level, and it's also looking at you on a spiritual level and on an emotional level. And in science now, we're finding more and more connection between the mind and the body. Is it painful? See, this is the thing. There's different styles of Thai massage. What I didn't mention was the way it was brought to Thailand was with Buddhism. So that's how it like traveled over there. And then once it set roots over there, people had their own styles and brought in their own thing into it. Just like any practitioner, I practice very differently, I'm sure, than other people, because everybody has their own touch, their own style, the things that they find valuable. So in Thailand, we have northern Thailand and southern Thailand in terms of different styles. And often people tell me that massages in Thailand are very painful. I'm not trained like that. Where I was trained in Quebec, they taught us to be very gentle and really listening to the body. So going really hard and being really intense is not my style, and it's not what I was taught. So it's really going to vary from practitioner to practitioner. It depends on where they were trained. So in sessions at Health Haven, you definitely will not experience pain, and you are very, very much encouraged to speak during the session. That's something that I train all of my clients to do, is use this as an opportunity to work on the resistance of the hesitation before you want to say what you need. If something is uncomfortable, then just say it, because it's for you. It's not for anybody else. The massage is for you, so it should be feeling good. Some things might feel a little intense, but it's not painful. It's like, it's a good kind of pain. If we're doing a twist or something, you're like, oh wow, I haven't moved my body like that in a really long time. If you get some, your back starts cracking or something, kind of shifts, but generally it's pretty gentle. It's really just whatever you need. And yeah, and like I said, depending on your body and mind constitution, we're going to put different kinds of pressure on you. So if like I said, if you're very anxious, then we don't want to be super intense with you. You need something very soft. And also your age, if you're if you're elderly, then we're going to treat the body differently than if you're younger as well. So yeah, let me see what else I want. How can it help with arthritis? I'm not, I think, like knowledgeable enough in arthritis to be able to answer that question, but it is getting everything moving just as if you're doing yoga or if you're exercising, you're getting everything circulating. So what I love about Thai massage in comparison to a regular massage is that you're not just motionless and staying in one position for an hour. You're not just lying on your back the whole time. And that can be very hard on your body as well, to just stay in one position the whole time. So things are kind of moving and yeah, that I'm sure that can help with arthritis. And did you want to say something, Jordanna?
Yeah, I can add to that. Just as somebody who deals with regularly arthritis,
Hmm.
with the Thai massage style, because of the flow of it and everything, yes, if you have a sort of sore, achy joint, as you're going to put someone through motion, as long as they're vocal with how it's feeling to them, you can really pump out the fluids. Right? It really helps to drain fluids where there's a buildup of it, because you're pumping the joints with the motion. And so that would reduce arthritis symptomatically. And also, you're just putting that joint through that kind of range of motion. So you can increase range of motion even in an arthritic joint, as long as it's, and your style is super gentle, whatever. So as long as it's gentle and whatever, yes, you can improve symptomatically arthritis. You might not change, you can't change bony changes that have gone on. So the things that you're seeing on x-ray where there's maybe a little bit of extra bone or whatever, but you could improve movement and also like the stiffness in the joint as well. Yeah. Do you have any other questions, Susan? Because you're free to unmute if you want to ask Sitara anything specific to yourself is great.
No, I think those were both specific to me. I don't like pain and I do have arthritis. So yeah, stiff joints is definitely an issue.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think a lot of people have arthritis, and it's a very common feature of getting older, unfortunately. And so, yeah, so that's a great question, because I'm sure a lot of people have it. But with arthritis too, a lot of doctors are going to tell you to go out and exercise and move it or lose it, right? That's a very common phrase, like you move it or you lose it. So that's one thing that Thai massage is really great at, because she's actually putting your body through a series of stretches, and then you're going to be gaining mobility at the joint level.
Yeah, I would say it's particularly helpful because your muscles are not engaged. Like I said, if you're going to do yoga, it's very different than receiving a yoga session, because here you get to be moved and it can be very fluid as well. It doesn't have to be just very like intense, rigid, linear stretches. It can be a very fluid movement and circular as well. And you don't have to engage your muscles, so you can receive it a bit better and get everything flowing.
It sounds very interesting because I am older and I find now with yoga that I have difficulty with some of the positions, or even, with a lot of the positions, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be great for you. You can definitely try it and see what it's like. Do you know what kind of positions are difficult for you?
Oh, practically all of them now. I have bad hips and bad knees and bad shoulders, so that kind of limits things. But I do a lot of walking, but it's not quite the same.
Still,
but it does sound interesting. I think I will ponder it and come and see you.
Yeah, you could also speak to Sitara separately after, and maybe she can set you up kind of like a demo style um, entrance massage that's maybe a little shorter, whatever, to give you like sort of see how it feels on your body for
Yeah,
sure.
we could do like an intro, sorry, 30 minutes, 30-minute intro.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. I have a couple of sort of thoughts or questions as well. So I know you were saying like you see a lot of people who are quite active, and they say like they get in stretching in a way they've sort of never received before. They can't move their bodies in that way. So um, do you find that a lot of people who are like active participating in sports or walking daily or whatever, that they get a huge benefit from this, particularly this style of massage?
What I've heard, I had this one woman who she trains so much, and she was telling me that she felt stronger in her workouts. So that was the feedback I got from her. And yeah, with dancers, they've told me, this is incredible. This is like I'm stretching and I'm using foam rollers, and it's really difficult for me to be stretched in this way and to get the relief that they're looking for. So that's what I've heard from them. And yeah, I think it's important. I think everybody needs massage, to be honest, as general maintenance care. I think our bodies need that, even if you weren't super active. So I think it's something that can really complement an active lifestyle and help you have a better range when you're, whatever it is that you're doing, if you're doing martial arts or if you're a dancer or if you're, a runner or whatever, especially people who go to the gym. I have to say, I get a lot of people that go to the gym and they don't stretch. Everybody tells me they don't stretch. And I understand it's like, you can be reluctant towards stretching, but it's really, really important because you're relying on those muscles to do the work, and they need to be tended to. They need to be cared for as well. So, yeah.
Okay, and I get a lot of patients myself who are injured, and I actually have been meaning to ask you this anyway. So, how are you able to sort of tailor the massage to an injured person? So, like, let's say, like I recently had a client with an injured knee and shoulder from a fall, and I thought about doing telling her to go do the Thai massage, but then I was a little hesitant because I wasn't sure how stretching the body would help with the injury. So, like, would you recommend people come when they are injured to help with that injury specifically?
I mean, I personally would recommend that they don't come in immediately after, because if there's, a fresh like flare up of inflammation, you don't want to, add more. That's just my take on it. But it is also very much possible to like not work on certain areas so that we can let that space heal and get everything else moving around it so that it's still like, your blood's pumping and, sending what it needs in those areas. And I would really recommend, like, for people who are injured to book a session with Nicholas, because because of his background in kinesiology and also being a student of osteopathy, he knows a bit more about biomechanics than I do. I specialize much more in Ayurveda and the mental emotional care. So that's really what I bring to my sessions. I do a lot of coaching. I do a lot of coaching in a Thai massage, like fluidly. And I find there are immediate effects in people's lives. Even this week, people are like, I have no idea what you did. And talking to you helped shift so many things. And I'm able to go work out again. I'm able to do stuff. And I've been sitting like for 8 months and not moving my body. So I get a lot of lifestyle changes. And today as well, another client was saying, you know, she's making these changes in her diet and all the things that I brought, all the Ayurvedic knowledge that I brought. Sometimes we just need knowledge, and we also need inspiration and motivation, and somebody that can understand, you know, the reasons why something is happening and bring empathy to it, and also show you another way. So that's my specialty, biomechanics and all that kind of stuff. That's more like Nico's thing. So I would highly recommend that people who, especially because he's good with chronic pain, if somebody's coming in with something that they don't even understand, it's like mystery pains, and it might not even be your shoulder. It might be something that's happening somewhere else in your body. So I would say he'd be able to treat that much better than I would be able to.
Okay. Just for those watching the replay, and Susan, Nico is Sitara's partner, and he is also a Thai massage therapist, a student of osteopathy and kinesiologist. So he's our other Thai massage therapist at Health Haven. So come see Sitara for full body release, whole health management, and to feel awesome. And see Nico when you're more on the injury side of things. There we go. Just a little plug for the clinic as well. What would be the one most important thing that you would like everyone to know about Thai massage?
I would definitely want everyone to know that it comes from India. I really want people to know that, and that it's Ayurvedic in nature. It's not.
Do you have any information on why they called it Thai versus India massage or Ayurveda massage, or no?
I don't know. Maybe
the guy who invented it, I guess.
It could be that maybe it became more popular in Thailand or something. Maybe that's what, because maybe it was more, maybe Ayurveda was more emphasized, and there are Ayurvedic massages that's done more with oil. So a lot of scalp massages and things like that. So that's a really good question. I don't know why I haven't been able to find the information. I read about the history of it because I find it super interesting. But because it happened so long ago, I think it's a bit difficult sometimes to, you know, find all these details.
And one last thought, without using names or disclosing information, what was the biggest transformation that you saw in a patient from Thai massage and coaching and Ayurveda combined? Your most recent change, I guess, impact.
Yeah, I would say when someone's able to feel connected to their spirit again and leave with eyes shining. I see a lot, like, people after massage are often shining and laughing, and if someone's able to get out of a rut and want to live life again and get in touch with the part of them that wants to take care of their bodies and has higher aspirations, then I feel pretty satisfied, because that's really my goal. I mean, in Ayurveda, in yoga, all these ancient things, it's all about reconnecting with your soul. So that's my first and foremost intention going into every single session. We were also taught to take a moment and do a prayer before our massages, using loving kindness, using compassion. And I always bring in an element of whatever is in the highest good for this person. That's what I want for them. So I find, these sessions, they treat you on every level of your being. It's not just one level. And I think the most beautiful thing is when someone's reconnecting with their soul. It's super nice.
Oh, that's so lovely. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Do you feel like you got to say everything that you intended to?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, great. Susan, do you have any other comments or questions before we conclude the call?
No, I don't. I found this really interesting, and I will look at your website and read up about you more.
Fabulous. That's awesome. For those watching the replay and for you, Susan, our website is very simple, healthhavenclinic.com. And our booking site is healthhaven.janeapp.com. So that's JANEAPP.com. That's where you go to book a session. And if you want more information on Sitara or Nico and any of our other services, go to the website for that. And
it might be good for you to type that in the chat.
Oh, yes, I can type that in the chat, but I don't think it'll appear on the screen in the replay. Let's see. I'm not sure. I suppose that maybe this is my first one, so but we'll try and see what gets recorded.
I think the most important website is your website, because
right,
we can book it. I'm sure
you
there's
can book from the website. That's true.
So healthhavenclinic.com.
Yeah. Okay.
And what's the next session going to be on?
I haven't decided that yet. I was waiting to see if we got some feedback from sort of the public and what they were looking for. But maybe because last week we had to cancel our first session because of a death in my family, and there was a lot of mental health issues there. So I think it might be appropriate for me to do something on mental health and maybe ways that we can use physical therapy, and like not specifically physiotherapy, but physical therapy like Thai massage and chiropractic and acupuncture and all the different modalities to help us with our mental health states, because a lot of people do a lot of therapy, talking and whatever, but they don't know how much physical activity and the physical body is wired into the brain through the nervous system. So it's very important to take care not only of your talk issues, but also of your whole body holds all of our things going on in our brains as well. So yeah, that's sort of where I was thinking of going. So yeah, if that sparks your interest, we will be back. And I might go back to the regularly planned schedule. So I might do it next week. I just need to make sure I get all the stuff together. So yeah.
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I realized that we did have the wrong Zoom link. So if anybody missed because of that, I really apologize. And I have now learned how to do it properly, so you don't need a code to get in. So that's fixed. So from now on, it will be a smoother entry into the talk. So I hope to catch you all again soon. Thank you so much, Sitara, for your time and your expertise. I really appreciate it. Say thank you, Susan, for being here. And we will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Health Haven Health Talks. We hope you found today's episode informative and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and please share with anyone you know who could benefit from our insights. See you next time.